everyone, this is Fire bringing you a new online Napoleon Total War commentary battle. As you see right there, I command the French, and that's Caden who commands the French. His opponent commands the British, and my opponent commands the Prussians. So we're going to jump right to the action in a little bit. I'm just going to look at his army real quick. And this is at Caden's side after we move up all the way across the map. He's getting flanked by some light foot there. And here's our positioning right now. And we're just moving up on the flanks and just starting the battle actually. We made this really cool new army which I'll put at the end of the battle. And right here, his opponent decided to undo his light dragoons out of their horses and start firing. And Kenny's going to dash his Dutch Guard Lancers at him, which is going to be a real nice effect. Well, this is a key factor in this battle, is tons of cav charges. I mean, we have multiple successful cav charges in this battle. And so his opponent's going to try to bring over his line infantry support, but it doesn't reach there in time, and Caden retreats their men. And he's Old Guard advancing on that flank too. As you can see, my opponent has Jaegers for Prussia, and I only have Voltigeurs, so I had to rush up. And I'm going to start forming a stake line so I can actually face them with some advantage, since stakes block bullets, of course. And Caden pulls back his Dutch Guard Lancers because he doesn't want him to get mass murdered by the British foot. Let's see here, and he's getting attacked by these light foot, which he's battling with his Voltigeurs. So one thing we're gonna see here in this battle is like you don't really want to have one flank too far up and the other just stationed there without any support, as we'll see for him, Caden's British opponent, because he's just gonna get mass murdered by Kenny's cav again. As you see, a successful cav charge once more. And we're gonna look over here on my side. Nothing really going down. I'm getting flanked. My Voltigeurs are getting flanked by some musketeers, so I'm gonna move up there. And we're getting this big cav engagement on the flank. And I brought a Polish Legion and Old Guard to face this 8th Life Regiment, which is going very well at the moment. And he's getting destroyed on both his flanks right now. So the best thing for him to do right now is to try to use his cav to get me in square, reform, and counterattack successfully. That's the only thing my opponent could do at the moment, but you see he's not really going to do. I bring in my Guard Chasseur and Cheval because I learned a new neat trick that the shooter cav can fire over your line to the enemy line. So if you want to try that sometime, you guys can. And right here, since I'm facing Dragoons, a smart decision to face Dragoons, well, you should always do this when you only have Lancers, is to pull back and have one of them charge back in and then sandwich them once more, because you don't want to stay in constant melee with them. And I won against them, and I'm going to cav charge against my opponent, so I can start wrapping up this flank really quickly. So here we go. And that's a successful cav charge there. Once again, that's been 3 so far, if you've counted with me. And over here on Caden's side, he's doing really good with his cav. He's been rushing his opponent's foot and now his general. As you see, the light dragoon horses are there. And he's pushing up his Old Guard and a Polish Legion, since the line infantry are not in good formation to face them. As you can see here, I've done another successful cav charge, which has disturbed my opponent's line and forced him into square and a mob right there. And so I'm taking that to my advantage and advancing with my 3 line on that flank. The good thing about my formation right now is I have my Voltigeurs staked in the middle. That lets me move my line out to the flanks without having any line in the middle. Unlike my guy, he left his line infantry in the middle without supporting his flanks. So of course I have more line at the flanks, and that'll just overall crush his flanks. I said flank slap there, if you understood that. Basically, I have no line in the middle, and it's all at the flanks because my light infantry has stakes. And that's Caden's strategy too. He actually made this army. It's really good. And as you saw like a half a minute ago, Caden was just cav charging over there, just destroying his guy at the right flank. And right now I'm getting his left flank by cav charging his skirmishers in line as I advance my Old Guard and Polish Legion to attack them. So right now the flanks are just getting wrapped up really quick, and this is pretty devastating to my opponent because he can't really do anything because he's kept his line in the middle. Like I said earlier, you always, if you have stakes planted, you're not going to get cav charged. And if you put all your line at the flanks, if he tries to go to the center, you can just wrap him up in the middle. So as we see here, Kane's just firing his opponent's foot with his Old Guard, and he's chasing stuff around with his cav. As for me, I'm just firing my guys' musketeers with my Old Guard and Polish Legion. And Kane has now decided to advance on his left flank, seeing that his opponent is occupied with his right, and is going to go in for a cav charge.
Our men are running,
and
sir.
Let's see here. It's going to be another successful cav charge. So that's 4. You counted with me. Even though if you ever run cav through the forest, always remember they're going to go slower. So especially if you have heavy cav, it's not really going to work out. So always remind that. If you're ever going to go through the forest, never go heavy cav because you're not going to reach your target in time. And after that cav charge, Kaden advances Polish Legion to face the British foot. And remember, all British foot are like facing Young Guard. British foot have 50 accuracy and they're really devastating. But as you see, Kaden had Chasseur and Chevelle at the side to flank the British. And since that new patch, not really new, that old patch came out a while ago, flanking and artillery has done a lot to morale really severely. As you see over there, quick glance, I just destroyed my guys. I said the flanks were just gone. And this is same thing Kaden did, just totally destroyed the flanks and attacked where he was strong, which was on the right flank with his Old Guard.
Our men are running, sir.
And his opponent's going to try to hold out, but even if he did, I mean, just look at the mini-map. I have my whole army left. But it was a pretty good match. We were both using this new army. And after the battle, you'll see in the deployment that we both have the same number. As you can see right here again, as I was talking about, the 4 slowed his cav down. But he still got a successful cav charge in, so that's 5. I even missed a few with the camera, but coordination with the cav and infantry is perfect. If you do it right, you'll destroy your opponent on the flanks, especially in grassy flatlands. Like in grassy flatlands, there's no really form of land that you can take to slow down your opponent or get him in a choke point. So coordination of the cavalry is very, very needed. So as you can see, he's just wrapping up his opponent, and I'm just going after a few units of mine. So basically, this battle's over. Good game to my opponents, and good game, Kaden. I will see you guys later.